ChuChu and Friends in Storytime Adventures.
Cussly's birthday was coming. He was inviting his friends to his birthday party.
ChuChu, Cha-Cha, please come to my party. Chiku, you must come too. Here are your invitations.
Thank you, Cussly. Thank you.
Chica was walking towards Cussly. He was carrying a huge cake with him. Chica couldn't see where he was going, and he accidentally bumped into Cussly.
Look at what you've done, Chica! You got cake all over my party invitations. I'm very angry with you. Now I'm not going to invite you to my birthday party.
Huh? But it was an accident, Cussly. I really didn't mean to drop the cake. Cussly, I don't think you should say things when you're angry. It can make you lose good friends, you know? Just like the little king did when he got angry because of a broken vase.
Huh? The little king?
Long, long ago, there lived a little king. He had a grand palace. The king liked to collect vases. He had so many of them, he would show them off to his guests and felt very happy when his guests praised the vases.
Look at my vases! Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, yes! They are very beautiful. They must be very expensive, too. All the vases look worthy of a king.
Yes!
The king was very fond of his vases. One day, he asked his butler to take care of them.
Butler, you must dust the vases, and you must wash them all. All my vases should be sparkling and clean.
Yes, Your Majesty. The butler took very good care of the vases. He dusted them with a special duster made of silk. The butler also kept a close watch on the vases. And he didn't even let a mouse or a tiny bug go near them. Shoo, shoo! Go away! Those are the king's vases! One day, the butler took the vases for a wash. The soap he was using made his hands very slippery, and one of the vases slipped and fell down. Oops! The butler was very frightened. Oh no! The king will be very angry if he knows I've broken his vase. Maybe I should keep quiet and not tell him about it. He has so many vases that he won't even notice one missing. But that isn't a kind thing to do. I must tell the king the truth. And so, the butler told the king about the broken vase. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I've broken one of your vases. The king grew very angry.
You have done something terrible! I will punish you for it! Soldiers, take the butler away and keep him locked up in the tower on the hill!
Huh? Majesty, it was an accident. The soldiers started to take the butler away. On the way, the butler met one of his friends. Where are the soldiers taking you, my friend? And why are you looking so sad? Oh, the king's sending me to the tower. He's going to keep me locked up there just because I broke one of his vases. That's not fair. The butler's friend decided to save him. He dressed up like a wizard and went to the palace.
Welcome to my palace, Mr. Wizard. Come, let me show you my vases. Aren't they beautiful?
I can tell that your vases are beautiful, Your Majesty. I know that they make you happy. But if you want to know the truth about your vases, you should dress up like a stranger and meet with the people of your kingdom. They'll tell you the truth.
Huh? Dress up like a stranger and ask the people about my vases?
Yes, Your Majesty. And so, the king dressed up like a stranger. He went around the kingdom asking people about the vases.
Hello, can you tell me about the king's vases? I've heard they are very beautiful.
The king's vases? I don't like them at all. They are terrible. They bring bad luck.
Huh? Bad luck?
Yes. Our friend, the king's butler, broke one of the vases, and the king is punishing him for it, even though it was an accident. Oh, our poor friend will have to stay all alone in the tower, all because of those vases.
Huh? Excuse me, can you tell me about the king's vases?
Oh, those vases. They aren't very nice. They get everyone into trouble. And they've made our king very mean.
Huh? Mean?
The king's vases will only spread sadness because eventually they will all break, and that will make the king angry, and he will punish anyone responsible.
Huh?
Yes, and everybody in the kingdom will stop liking the king, and it will be all because of those vases.
Huh?
The little king was very disappointed. He went back to the palace.
I learned what everyone thinks about the vases, Mr. Wizard. Nobody likes them. And nobody likes me because of them. And so, I'm going to break them all.
You don't have to break your vases, Your Majesty. You only have to understand that they aren't as important as people are. And you must learn to forgive and be kind to everyone around you. And not get angry about the little things, because they don't really matter. The little king understood what the butler's friend was trying to say. And he immediately asked the soldiers to bring the butler back to the palace.
I'm sorry, Butler. I punished you because I was angry. But I'm not angry anymore. I now understand that you were doing your best and that you were honest too. I don't care about the vases anymore. I care about you. So please stay here in the palace and be my friend.
Hooray! And that's how the butler's friend stopped the king from making a huge mistake when he was angry. He also helped the king see that people are far more important than things.
Cussly, if we all bump into you and drop something on you, will you get angry and ask us all not to come to your party? Huh?
If you do that, you'll have no one to sing for you when you cut your birthday cake.
I'm sorry, Chica. I understand that it was an accident. Please forgive me and come to my party. We'll all have fun together.
Of course, Cussly. Hooray!
And so, Cussly stopped saying things when he was angry. Chica and all of Cussly's friends went to Cussly's birthday party. And Cussly had the best birthday ever.
Hooray!
Cussly and Cha-Cha were playing with their toys in the park.
Here comes the little dinosaur.
Ooh, here comes a big dinosaur.
Suddenly, they spotted an ant.
Huh? Be careful, Cussly. There's an ant here.
Just then, ChuChu came into the park with Chica and Chiku.
Let's pick it up and throw it away. It's so tiny. It can't do anything to us.
You're wrong, Cussly. The ant is small, but it's very strong.
Yes, Cussly. If it bites you, you'll be in big trouble.
Yes, and you'll wish you had never bothered the ant. Just like the snake who bothered the ants in the garden.
The snake and the ants? Huh?
ChuChu, please tell us the story of the snake and the ants. Yes, ChuChu, please.
And so, ChuChu began to tell everyone the story of the snake and the ants.
Long, long ago, there was a snake who lived in a garden. His home was in a hole there. The snake would sleep in the hole. And he would slither out whenever he was hungry.
I'm hungry. I hope I find something delicious to eat.
Many birds lived in the garden, and the snake loved to eat their eggs.
Nom 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 nom.
The snake also gobbled up many of the small creatures who lived in the garden, like lizards, mice, squirrels, and frogs.
Nom nom nom.
Run! It's the snake! The snake always eats my eggs. He swallowed my best friend. The snake ate so many of the little creatures that he soon became very fat.
Oh no! I can't get in and out of my hole. I must find another home for myself.
And so, the snake began looking for another home. Soon, the snake came across an apple tree in the garden. It had a hole in its trunk.
There's a hole in that apple tree. It looks nice and cozy. I can make it my home. But that bird, mouse, and squirrel who live on the tree too, they will be very noisy. I must make them all go away.
And so, the snake started to threaten everyone.
Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Go away, bird. Leave the tree, mouse and squirrel, or I'll gobble you up.
Huh? But this tree is our home. We've lived here our whole lives. It will be very hard for us to find a new home.
I don't care. I want this tree for myself, and so you all must go away. Hee hee hee.
The bird, the mouse, and the squirrel were very upset. What do we do now? Let's go see the old toad who lives in the garden. She's very wise. She may be able to help us. And so, the bird, the mouse, and the squirrel went to meet the old toad who lived in the garden. Miss Toad, the snake is kicking us out of our tree. It's been our home for years. What do we do now? We have nowhere else to go.
The snake has been troubling everyone, my dears. It's about time we get him out of our garden. Come closer. Let me tell you what you must do.
And so, the wise toad told the bird, the squirrel, and the mouse what to do. Later that day, the bird, the mouse, and the squirrel went up to the snake. Mr. Snake, we've come to say goodbye. We are leaving the apple tree. You can have it for yourself. Yes, we have found ourselves a nice and cozy new home. It's much better than this tree.
Huh? A cozy new home? Where is it?
The bird, the mouse, and the squirrel pointed to an anthill. We are moving to that anthill. We'll be a lot more comfortable there than we were on this old apple tree.
Is that so? Is the anthill better than this tree? Then I'll make the anthill my home. You can have this tree back.
And so, the snake left the apple tree and slithered to the anthill. Once the snake reached the anthill, he hissed very loudly and ordered the ants to come out.
Come on out, ants. Leave the anthill. I want to make it my home.
An army of big, red, and very angry ants marched out of the anthill.
Are you trying to make us leave our home, Mr. Snake?
Yes, I am. And you can't stop me. After all, you all are tiny creatures, and I'm a big and mighty snake. Psst, go away now. Or I will sweep you all away with my tail.
The snake thought that he was big and strong, and that the ants were weak and tiny. So he started to sweep the ants with his tail. But to his great shock, the ants grew furious. The ants quickly climbed all over the snake and they bit him fiercely.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ow! Yum, 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 yum! None of the little creatures will leave their homes, Mr. Snake. But you must leave our garden now. And you must never return. For if you do, we'll bite you again.
All the little creatures then got together and threw the snake out of the garden. And the snake wished he had never troubled anyone.
Boo-hoo-hoo! If I'd only stayed in my hole and not troubled anyone, I would have never lost my home.
The bird, the mouse, and the squirrel felt very relieved. They thanked the toad for her help.
Thank you, Miss Toad. Your idea worked. The snake is no longer in our garden. We'll all live happily now.
I'm glad to hear that, my dears. I hope the snake has learned a good lesson. When you're mean to others, you always get into trouble.
See, Cussly? When you're mean to someone, you always get into trouble. Just like the snake did.
I won't be mean like the snake. I won't trouble the little ant. Sorry, little ant. I'll be kind to you. And I hope you won't bite me.
And so, ChuChu's story helped Cussly learn how little creatures could be very strong, and that it's best to be kind to them and everyone else. ChuChu and her friends took baby Taku to the forest. They wanted to show them some of the animals who lived there. But Cussly kept on teasing and playing pranks on Cha-Cha and baby Taku.
Stop it, Cussly!
Yes, Cussly. Stop teasing Cha-Cha and baby Taku.
Cussly didn't listen. He kept playing pranks on Cha-Cha and baby Taku. Soon, the children reached the forest lake. They saw a troop of monkeys there. The monkeys were playing with some turtles. They were swinging with them from tree to tree so that the turtles would have fun. The kids also noticed a special slide that the monkeys had made for the turtles from a slanting tree trunk. The turtles loved sliding down the slide and landing on the soft pile of leaves and twigs the monkeys had made.
Huh?
There were also some turtles in the lake, giving the baby monkeys rides on their backs. And the baby monkeys were giving the turtles and fish fresh lettuce and juicy fruits to eat. Cussly, Baby Taku, and Cha-Cha were excited. They were happy to see that the monkeys, the fish, and the turtles were such good friends. But they were also very curious to know how the monkeys became friends with the fishes and turtles.
ChuChu, the monkeys live high up on the trees, and the turtles and the fish live in the lake. How did the monkeys become such good friends with the fish and the turtles then? Please tell us.
Yes, ChuChu. Please tell us.
ChuChu began to tell Cussly, Cha-Cha, and Baby Taku a story.
Once upon a time, a troop of very naughty monkeys lived in the forest. They stayed high up in the forest trees. The monkeys liked to tease and play pranks on the turtles and fish who lived in the forest lake. The naughty monkeys used to shake the branches of the trees and drop leaves and fruits on the turtles and fish.
Ouch!
The turtles and the fish did not appreciate the monkeys' behavior. They wished the monkeys would stop troubling them and leave them alone.
Ouch! Please stop troubling us, please.
But the monkeys wouldn't stop. They continued to drop fruits and leaves on them every day.
Ow!
Then, one day, something terrible happened. A group of baby monkeys were swinging on an old branch. They were shaking the branch to drop leaves and fruits on the turtles and fish in the lake. Suddenly, the branch the baby monkeys were sitting on snapped. It broke away from the tree and fell into the lake. The baby monkeys fell into the water. All the mommy and daddy monkeys were very worried when they saw what had happened.
Oh no! Help! Someone save our babies!
The baby monkeys didn't know how to swim. They were very afraid and began to cry.
Mommy! Mommy!
Huh? The turtles and fish didn't know what to do. They felt sorry for the baby monkeys. But then the Turtle King, who was the king of the lake, came out of the water and spoke to the turtles and fish.
Now they are in trouble. The baby monkeys do not know how to swim, and so we must be kind and save them.
So the turtles and the fish decided to help the baby monkeys.
Come on, little monkeys. Climb onto our shells. We'll take you to the shore.
The turtles carried the baby monkeys on their backs, and the fish cleared the way for the turtles to swim to the lake shore more quickly. The mommy and daddy monkeys felt very grateful for the fish and turtles' help.
Thank you for helping us. You saved our children from drowning.
We're sorry we teased you, played pranks on you. We promise we won't do it again.
We'd like to be your friends. Huh?
The turtles and the fish once again didn't know what to do. But then the Turtle King came out and spoke again.
Even though you are creatures who swing on trees, and we are ones who swim in the water, we are all creatures of the forest. And so, we must be kind to each other, as friends do.
Hooray! From that day onwards, the monkeys never made fun of or played pranks on the turtles and the fish. Instead, the monkeys were very kind to them. They even brought them fresh fruits and vegetables every day.
This is for you, my friend. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
The monkeys and the fish and the turtles took care of each other, played with each other, and lived together very happily.
Just as ChuChu finished her story, a little monkey jumped down and grabbed Cussly's cap. He put it on his head and tried to look like Cha-Cha, Baby Taku, and Cussly.
Huh? That's my favorite cap! I want it back! Somebody help me!
Cha-Cha and Baby Taku decided to be kind and helpful, like the turtles and fish from ChuChu's story. Even though Cussly had been teasing and playing pranks on them, and so they helped Cussly get his cap back.
Monkey, please give Cussly his cap back.
No?
Okay, you can have our caps too.
And that made Cussly want to be kind and helpful too.
Gee, thanks, Cha-Cha and Baby Taku. I'm sorry I was mean, but from now on, I'm going to be kind, just like you two, and the turtles and the fish.
Hooray!
Huh? Something else?
Yes. The honey's magic will only work if it's eaten with a wolf's tail.
There was a wolf who lived in the woods. He had seen Dolly.
That donkey looks delicious. But she's always on the farm with the farmer and the dog.
Grandpa Mouse was an old mouse. He lived in a big house with his 4 daughters and many baby mice.
Mr. Icy's ice cream treats were delicious. ChuChu and her friends liked them very much. They liked Mr. Icy too.